The midwife recommends the ideal conditions for a relaxing feed. Let's find out what the ideal conditions are for a relaxing feed. It's feed time, so it's recommended you find a quiet place where you can relax and find the most comfortable position for you and your baby, as breastfeeding can last from a few minutes to over half an hour. The baby should be placed in a horizontal position facing your body, tummy to tummy, with his nose near the nipple. Now bring your baby towards your nipple without forcing him. He will open his mouth to latch onto your breast and start sucking. Check that your baby is latched onto your breast correctly, that his mouth is open wide and he is sucking on part of the areola as well as the nipple. The baby's chin and nose should be touching your breast. When the baby is positioned correctly, he will be able to suck more easily without too much effort. This is essential in order to prevent him tugging on your nipples, which can lead to soreness and irritation. Your baby will start sucking fairly quickly to stimulate the flow of milk. This sucking action will then become slower and stronger as the feed progresses. Your baby can now settle down and feed blissfully. It is recommended to allow the baby to suckle on both breasts during each feed. Changing position every so often helps to empty all the ducts completely and avoids constantly stimulating the same area of the nipple, which could become sore. Before you start feeding, choose the position which is most comfortable for you and your baby, so you will both enjoy the experience. There is no ideal position when breastfeeding, as every mother has her own preferences. These are the most common positions that mothers use. In the classic position, the mother is sitting comfortably with her baby lying on her arm, supported by a feeding pillow so that he is at the right height and in line with her breast. This is the most common position as it can be adopted in all situations. Some mothers, however, prefer lying down on the bed with the baby at her side. This is often the case when the mother is tired or sore due to stitches given after a cesarean birth. The rugby position is particularly recommended if the mother is subject to mammary congestion, as it helps to empty the breast and milk ducts completely. This position is also particularly useful in cases where the baby has difficulty latching onto the breast after a cesarean birth, if the baby's nose is blocked, or when breastfeeding twins. We have learned how to position the baby correctly and latch him onto your breast so that he starts and continues to suckle properly. It is highly recommended to use a feeding pillow when breastfeeding. Let's find out why. It keeps the baby at just the right height in relation to your breast. It helps the baby to latch onto the breast without tugging at the nipple. It provides secure support for the baby. It supports the mother's arms. It relieves the tension that builds up in the back, neck, and shoulders. It reduces pressure on the tummy. Breastfeeding is a natural instinct. You may, however, encounter certain difficulties at times. Luckily, there are some tips and advice you can follow to help you overcome them, so that you and your baby can settle down and truly enjoy this most amazing experience.